Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello, and before you disappear and vamoose completely, let me finish the intro, won't you? Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How you doing? Right, now I know you're planning to vamoose because you're looking at this going, no, just no, just no. Because every time we look at a map that is a real-life recreation of the whole world, or possibly of just Europe or Northern America, they are abysmal. This is the map that breaks the rules. Okay, I'm not going to tell you it is a 5-star map. It's not. But it is a lot better than you are expecting it to be. Certainly a lot better than I was expecting to be. I brushed it offhand, but it's only because it's #1 in the weekly chart that I'm doing this one. It's actually surprised me. Actually pleasantly surprised. So bear with me while we do a little flyover. But before we can do that, one little job for you to do. Yes, it's your daily reminder. That's right, hitting the like button really does help support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. So thank you for your little thing that you do for me. Thank you. Right, let's crack on and have a look at One Earth by BonBonB, which I do believe is the correct pronunciation. It's German for bun, according to Google. So I prefer Brötchen to bun, actually. I like that. There's your start square, all of Western Europe. We don't have an intersection there, but meh. The roads are the worst thing with this map. There's your resources. No oil in the North Sea. What are you doing depriving the UK of our little bit of oil? And then off to the workshop. It's a mass transit DLC map. You do need mass transit or you'll have no roads. Probably not a bad thing. And then a hell of a lot of trees. And there's a hint that we've got some detailing going on. Seychelles is the map theme, and because we have no map, no luck prescribed, say it with me, we'll be using the realistic 1.2. That's correct. Well done. Okay, we're starting in Canada. Canada here, and it changes to North America here, and it's nice. And if you didn't know this was a world map, you would be surprised, wouldn't you? Already. I know I was. Then we've got, and don't forget, we have to suspend some disbelief with this because we are cramming the entire world into 18 square kilometres. It's, yeah, look at this. Or an 81 by 8. Well, 18 square kilometres. That's right, isn't it? 18 square kilometres, that's right. Oh, I know it's not. Do the maths. Yeah, in Western Europe, we're now in France. Well, I do some numbers in my head. It's 18 kilometres by 18 kilometres. 18 times 18. That's how many square kilometres we've got, not 18 square kilometres. Ah, my numbers are bad today. Into Russia, past the powerhouse of Europe, the industrial powerhouse, hence the everybody's favourite factory. Those I would do away the suspension bridges completely because it's already elevated. There's no need for them to be suspended. Then we have the vanilla wishbone. Now the highways and the railways are the weakest part with this. They are functional, if not aesthetically glorious, like Jinky Jankies and Bendy Wendy's on that bit of highway there. We'll head on through Russia, and if we look off to the right hand side, we'll take in the glory that is the Himalayas. Look at those. Solid rock, those. Then this bit, I would have taken the highways around this. This is poor, and this is a sign of things to come, I'm afraid. Speaking of things to come, thing that isn't going to be coming today, I did mention it earlier. I have been very distracted. Oh, hang on, before we go any further. The highway here would continue off to the Bering Sea, down that way, and it's not a great intersection, is it, really? I'm not sure if this rock formation actually stands for anything. If it does, let me know. Most of the things on this map do stand for something. But yes, I'm distracted. I've got things to do today, people to see and stuff. And so I'm recording kind of on the fly. And I completely forgot to record the asset review on the fly through. So I'm sorry about that, those of you that like your asset review and your factoids. It will return tomorrow, I promise. I promise I'll bring you today's asset tomorrow. Right, okay, this is the worst part of highway in the entire map. Of course, we go across the top of Vietnam, etc. And now we're across the top of India with the Himalayas on our right. And now into the Middle East with this intersection here, which links all the way up to the Jinky Janky intersection we saw at the top there. We've come full circle there. We go across the Gulf and the Red Sea, or the Red Sea and the Gulf, or one way or another, and into the Middle East, into Africa. Into Africa now. Now Africa's okay. We have some features here that would indicate it's Africa. Like we have, this is the Nile, okay. And then if we go a little bit further and look off to the right, there should be the source point for the Congo. We'll check those out after the intermission. So there we are. As we head into southern Africa, we've got some desert going on down here. I didn't expect it to be as much desert. I thought South Africa would be a little bit greener. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, one of the most dangerous shipping routes is around the bottom of Africa. So hence we have the sunken ship, the shipwreck. The wrecked ship, that's the one. Yeah, obviously the Great Antarctic Land Connection is plenty high enough for ships to go under. Now you may notice that the sand for snow here, when the sun is setting, doesn't look very much like snow, so I pumped it right back up into the sky. So with the Seychelles theme, the sand is very white, and I think it's a very good choice for snow. Well done. We have got the Great Highway glitching, which can happen to anybody. I say that because it happened to me in my latest map. One little area that just glitches in and out, and short of rebuilding it and hoping for the best, there's not much you can do about it. Shall we have a look at the rail? Okay, now we're going up across into South America now. South America, Peru, Argentina, all that kind of thing, Chile. And then we've got the Andes on the left now. And following just once again the rail line up through South America, through the Amazonian basin here, and you should see some water. There's the water. That is the Great River Amazon, heads off into the Atlantic that way. See, I told you there's plenty to talk about with today's map. The road and the rail ain't great though. It's just not great. But what do you expect? I would still think it could have had a little bit more time spent on the road and rail, doing something just to provide that. I mean, a lot of time has been spent on the map. A lot of hours have been spent on this map, making it what it is. Time and thought and effort, and just some polish on the networking would have been great. Anyway, we're in Mexico, which means that we find the Great Trump Wall of orangeness. And then into America, the United States here, through America, and then off into Canada, where from we were started, which means I can get a few moments of a break.
Are your soggy little Sims constantly getting even more soggy? Are you continuously drowning your trees and soaking your city? Then you need BonBonB's flood management tutorial. Click the information button now.
And guess who's back? Yes, it's Brutchen with one Earth. And we have shipping routes. Shipping route is cutting across the top of Russia there, through the Arctic Ocean, and then down through the Atlantic. Now, we've got some very low bridges here. These are not going to work. And if we're going to suspend disbelief, then we either got to say those bridges need to be higher, or not there at all, one or the other, or we have ghost ships that can just float through them. Right angle turns, always an issue. And then down here we've got another right angle turn, which will take us up into the Indian Ocean and the shipping route if you want to get up to Korea, etc. All good. Now, water flow, and also BonBon's sloppy editing, because BonBon was so busy he forgot to put in the asset review. I don't know what BonBon was doing here, but he wasn't doing any reviewing. But he's back now. Look at that. We have water flow in the rivers. The Amazon has water flow that pushes out. So an insane amount of water that comes out of the Amazon basin. Then this is your start square. We have barely any water flowing in the Med at all. But we do have the Danube flowing out into the Black Sea area. And then we do have some water flowing from the North Sea out through the English Channel into the Atlantic. So there's no problems with water flow. Now let's have a look at each area in turn and little things I'd like to see done. Like, just like to see a little bit of polish, just a little bit of polish along here. Smoothing tool just to take out some of these ridges. It looks very digitized. You can clearly see it was indeed a terrain party map which has been adjusted to put in things like the mountain ranges and the rivers. What we got here, we've got once again around the bottom of South America, a very dangerous shipping area as well. We've got the Falklands. We did the Falklands not so long ago. And is that South Georgia down there? Quite possibly. I can just see all the residents of Georgia now going, nope, Georgia doesn't go that far south. You're quite right. These are the Andes, lovely. And then we have the source of the Amazon, the world's greatest river. All the water pours out through this rainforest. It's a beautiful effort. I love the great choices of trees used in different areas just to make the place look actual. Biodiversity is what I'm looking for, I think. We've got the crystal blue seas of the Caribbean. It's beautiful. Well done there. And then we have the lighthouse. It's the essential lighthouse. It's so lovely. Need a ladder to get up on it, but it's not that sort of map. I'm not marking it down for that. Then we have over here we have some rock formations, the buttes and the there we are. We've got desert and the Rockies. We have the Rocky Mountains, the backbone of America. I'm sure people would argue that other things are the backbone of America, but the Rockies are the backbone of America. And oh, poor Mexico. Checomex, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Bruchen did this, not me. It's their sense of humour, not mine, although I do share it. Sorry. Off into the Atlantic side, we have the Mississippi, beautifully done there, which then leads up towards the Great Lakes and Chicago. And is this the Hudson River up here? I'm never sure what that particular river is. It's like the river in America that I don't know too well. I should do, really. And then up here we've got Canada and Greenland and stuff. Once again, in the sandy, snowy areas, I think it could do a little bit of the smoothing tool. Iceland's a little bit too big, but if we're going by the Mercator projection, it does appear a little bit too big, and it's somewhere that I guess that you can build on because it's too big. If it was the real size, it'd be too small. The United Kingdom, a little nod to the Northern Islands there. We have sandy beaches. What? We've got pebbles. What are you talking about? Then Stonehenge is nodded too. Thank you very much for that. And I do like the way Norfolk is completely flooded out. In a couple of thousand years it probably will be. It's hanging in there at the moment, but it is sinking fast. Right, so let's have a look at the resources, because I want to show you. Look, where is the oil in the North Sea? I want to know. We've had many years of discussions with Norway over that oil, and yes, we let them have half because we're generous. And also because it's the right thing to do. Oh look, it's another lighthouse. Beautiful, lovely. I'm not sure if that relates to anything. Where's that? So roundabouts. Yeah, what's up? Don't know. I can't work out what that is supposed to represent. Now, anyway, we've got the Danube. It's a bit dangerous shipping in the Danube apparently as well. I didn't know that so much. I'm sure all rivers have something sunk in it somewhere or the other. And we pull back. What else have we got? I'm looking for. Well, got the forests of Russia, and then if we go a little bit further north, the Siberian wastelands. Love it. Lots and lots of different biodiversity going on with this map. My favourite deserts in there, the Taklamakan. I just think there's something mysterious about the Taklamakan desert. I love it. Absolutely love it. I wouldn't want to live there, clearly, but just love looking at pictures of it and wondering how it evolved and stuff. It's great. Anyway, where is Everest though? I need to know where Everest is. We're going to ignore the Yellow River running through China possibly. We've got Southeast Asia here, the Korean Peninsula and all that going on there. We've got the Philippines and Java and so on. I'm skipping over a lot here very quickly. I can't keep up with it all. And then Indonesia and all that, and then into Australia. And my favourite use of an asset of all time here, Uluru, Ayers Rock, whatever you want to call it. Uluru is the name. But look at its positioning. Look at that use of that asset. That, my friend, Bruchen, gets you an extra star without even trying. Very nice. And off to Tasmania down here. And if we look out, we do have a rail route going out to New Zealand. Now, New Zealand isn't on this map, and New Zealanders would be very upset about this. But I would say this is one Earth, and you are indeed Middle Earth, which is a completely different map. So anyway, stop moaning, stop whinging about it, all right? We got here, this is the Nile, wasn't it? This is the Nile, the water source coming all the way down through Africa into the depths of Africa, deepest Africa. And then here we have, I do believe this is the Congo. If I'm wrong, do let me know, but I do believe the Congo emerges about there, i.e. in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So there we are. And then South Africa there, Southern Africa and South Africa, which is a little bit more deserty than I thought it would be. And we have a nod to the Seychelles and the Indian Islands, or the Indian Ocean Islands over here as well. I think it's a nice little nod as well. Excellent. I think generally excellent work, considering you're trying to squeeze the entire world into 18 by 18 kilometers. Wow. So anyway, your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? I do know that you are going to be surprised by it, if nothing else. Is it one of the best maps of the month? Because we will use it in the Viewer's Choice Top 10 if it is. Could be interesting. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this snuck in, you know. Aesthetically, I actually quite like it. Okay, not massively beautifully polished, but I think the biodiversity really does draw your eye in, and it does feel like it probably should feel. I'm giving it 4 stars. Detailing, there's a lot of effort gone in, there's a lot of detailing here, there and there. There's not a drowned tree to be seen. The roads and the rail, oh my giddy aunt. My aunt is always giddy, isn't she? I'm gonna give it across the whole a solid 3. Okay, it does need some work, but it's not dreadful in most places. 3 stars. Gameplay potential for what it is. And I would say that is a once play map. So a once play map, I think he's going to lose a star because it's not a multiplayer map. But for what it is, I think 4 stars, you know. It is playable, there's no faults with it, it needs some tidying up here and there. But interesting and fun, yeah. One Earth by Bruchen, today's map. I'm beginning to buy into some of these quirky maps. Not one that I would play myself because I'm busy playing on my own map, my own little city build, Duvo. Have you been watching it? The next episode is out on Friday. Do come and join me. We're getting a little bit religious this week. Oh, there's a hint. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series, and I will see you then. Have a great day.